Hi guys, this is Hyunmin Max aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So for today, we're actually going to be talking about some of the League Team 2 players for Future Stars. We're going to be talking about a very huge League Gamble SBC. Right? I'm going to be telling you guys where the top tokens are, as well as we're going to be talking about the market as well. So if you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel, right, just like and subscribe. So let's actually talk about the first leaked SBC, right? So he was actually leaked quite some time back. We have yet to see him being released, right? But he actually adds to the huge amount of Milan special cards that we already have. Another leak that we actually have is actually also Thuram, right? He's a French center mid playing in Ligue 1, right? I think most of the Ligue 1 central midfielders are actually really expensive, right? Like your ones to watch Renato Sanchez and your Centurions variety. So we actually have a shortage of cheap and affordable League 1 central midfielders, and I think he might actually be decent. He actually adds to the Seko Fofana SBC that EA has released recently. So let's move on to the actual League Team 2 players. We actually have Fabio Carvalho as one of the league players. So Foot Sheriff actually confused him with Fabio Vieira, right? The one that we have as a SBC currently. Because I think both of them actually have Fabios in their name. So he is actually scheduled to come as a player release and not a SBC. So the headliner for this promo, right, it's actually gonna be Enzo Fernandez. So he actually just transferred over to Chelsea in January for about 120 million. Right, he's a World Cup winner with Argentina, and so many people are actually excited to try out his Future Stars version. So if you guys were like me, y'all didn't complete his World Cup Showdown SBC previously, right? It was really good value. Y'all will probably be really looking forward to using him. We also have Shelley, right? His Chelsea teammate. He also joined Chelsea in January. So his French nationality will actually come in really handy during the squad building process. So another player that I think that is really hype in real life, right? And I actually did mention in my Team 1 leaked Future Stars video, right? We have Kvarat Skhelia, right, who's actually balling out in real life. Right? He has like 8 goals and 9 assists in like 17 games for Napoli. And Napoli, of course, they're actually flying really high in Serie A. They are like, I think, 13 points clear of Inter in second place. So I think a lot of people, including myself, will be interested to see if his Future Stars card actually does him justice, right? We also have Musiala that I mentioned in my previous Team 1 League Future Stars video, right? We don't really have that many cheap and usable Bayern players, right? Outside, of the current players that we have right now is Kimmich, right? Who is actually 860k. And Leon Goretzka, who is actually at about 795k. So they're actually really, really expensive. So I think Musiala would be way cheaper, and he will actually be a good link for those who completed the Mane SBC. So another player that we have is actually Tyro Malacia. Right? He will probably link well with Ilanga from the Team 1 of Future Stars. We also have Eddie Nketiah scheduled to come as a player. So this means that we now have specials, right, for the front 4 of the Arsenal attackers, right? Because we actually already have Saka, Martinelli, as well as Odegaard. We actually have the first Team 2 player, right, already in the game as of right now. So apparently, right, Icarus Bravo's base version in the game, right, is actually a bronze card. He has actually turned into or transformed into the Future Stars version, pretty similar to what we had with Christian Eriksen last year. If you guys remember Eriksen last year, right, I think his base gold version basically turned into his special version just overnight. So I think this is some coding error on EA's end, right? So we actually also know the next Future Stars Academy player, right? He's gonna be Jacob Ramsey. So I think this will actually replace the Lindstrom that we currently have at content drop tomorrow. So for all of you guys who are actually trying to get Lindstrom completed, right, do get it done before the content drop tomorrow, right? before he gets replaced by Jacob Ramsey. So I think he actually looks like a pretty decent card, but we have to try him out in game to know how good he is. So I actually want to transit over to FIFA itself, right, and talk about the Future Stars swap token. So the latest swap token is actually in the marquee matchups that was just released, right? It's under the Leipzig and the Union Berlin set. So where are some of the other swap tokens, right, you might ask? So we actually have two under the first owner Fiesta. So the first one is once you win one game, right, you actually get one swap token. Right, when you win 7 out of the 12 matches that you actually have, right, you get the next one. I want to tell you guys that it's actually crazy sweaty, right? The previous first owner Fiesta that I actually played, right? I think what happened was that EA has actually tagged it to the division you are in. So for me, right, I think it is way tougher for me in the first owner Fiesta, right, compared to even the weekend league at the moment. I think that is the reason why EA actually gave or actually is giving us a 82 by 10, right, if actually win 7 out of 12 games, because it's really sweaty, guys. It's really sweaty. So my suggestion to you is, you know, build up your first owner team if you don't really want to spend too much time on this. We actually also have another few tokens, right, in Silver Stars, 2 actually, right? One if you win 3 games, right, and another one if you actually complete the whole objective. So these tokens, right, actually brings the total amount of swap tokens we currently have up to 21. So I will leave the swap token link tracker, right, down in the description below, so you guys can track the number of tokens and, you know, where to find all the tokens that we currently have. EA has actually also just released the Carlos Vela SBC, right? He is 4-star, 3-star with high-low work rates, right? He can play cam and striker. So if you look at his stats, right, I think he has very good acceleration and sprint speed, right? 94 and 91. You probably need to boost up that shot power. Other than that, I think he's actually a really good card, right? Great agility and balance as well. Right, he has the finesse shot out as well as the outside foot shot, both OP traits. So for the requirements, right, you actually only need 82 rated with an inform as well as a 83 rated squad. So this comes up to about 35k, which I think is really good value. So the cheapest 88 on the market right now is actually 31k. So like I always say, right, if you have tried Vela out and you don't really like him, you know, just chuck him into an SBC. So we actually also have Quinton Timber, right, as another SBC. So you only need to submit a 84 rated squad for him. So he actually has 2 different versions, right, and I actually like to see which one is better. So let's actually move over to Footbin. So these are the 2 versions that are actually available right now, right? Let's compare the work rates and weak foot and skill moves first. So the CDM version has 4-star, 4-star, high work rates. The center back version has 3-star, 4-star with high work rates as well. So let's compare the actual stats, right? So for the CDM version, right, he is superior in pace, superior in shooting, and superior in passing as well. Right? His dribbling is better compared to the center back version as well. The only thing that the center back version has over the CDM version is the defending stats as well as the physicality stats. So for me, right, if you actually take a look at the stats itself, right, I think the clear choice is the CDM version. Let me tell you why. The CDM version actually has 4-star skill moves with 4-star weak foot, right? I think he's very suitable as like your box-to-box midfielder. You can actually also try him out at CDM, right? Though my only concern is his actually low defensive awareness, right, at 77. So the center back version, ironically, right, doesn't have enough defensive awareness to play at center back. He's also not fast enough to play at fullback with his 86 acceleration. So the only position for him, right, the center back version, I think is the center mid or the CDM position, in which the CDM version is actually way better in terms of stats, right, and skill moves. So I actually want to talk about the team of the week that we actually currently have, right, the new team of the week. I think that it's actually a really like juiced up team of the week, right? I think there are a couple of usable cards. Let's move over to team of the week. So I think for me, the most usable or most desirable card is actually Hakimi, right? He is 4-star, high medium work rates, right? He can play right wing back. Fantastic pace, right? 94. And basically very good all-round stats, right? Even though his defending stats seems a bit low, but he's actually a really meta card in FIFA. So let's actually move over here, and I'll talk a little bit about Hakimi. So what happened was that team of the week Hakimi, right, has actually caused the Phenoms Hakimi to drop in price. This is simply because, right, the Phenoms Hakimi only has +1 defending over the team of the week Hakimi, but he has 1 less passing, right? So I would say that the team of the week and the Phenoms version are actually almost the same. So this actually caused his price, right, the Phenoms version, to drop. Right, he dropped from 680k all the way down to 430k, right, before rebounding up to his current price of 475k. So if you guys still have the Phenoms version in your team, right, I recommend you to sell it, because there will be more packs open over the weekend, especially for the team 2. And this will actually cause his team of the week version to drop, and that will in turn actually drag his Phenoms version downwards even more. So some people will actually also be getting the team of the week version rate in their weekend league rewards as well. So let's actually talk about the next usable player in this team of the week, which I think is Rafinha, right? High work rates, 4-star. Can play right mid as well. Pace split is very good. Right? You probably want to boost up that finishing. Right? Agility and balance is good as well. Right? Composure is decent at 84. Right? Doesn't have any OP traits. So if you guys actually don't have like Jarzinho in your team, right, I think Rafinha might be a good player to actually try out. I'll probably slap a dead eye on him, right, to actually boost the finishing as well as his short passing, because his short passing is not that ideal at 82. So let's actually go back here, and I want to talk about some of the other players that is actually leaked, right? So we are actually scheduled to see Jovetic moments. I think it should be a SBC, right? To be coming soon. I mean, the stats on this card look great. I think we need more Bundesliga special cards to link in our team. I think that we have very little right now. We actually also have Ozyman, who is actually who has actually won the Serie A Player of the Month. But I'm not sure when this SBC will be releasing, but I think we'll see him within the next week or so. So now I actually want to talk about a very huge gamble pack that was added to the code. So it's your 89 plus Prime or World Cup icon pack. I think we'll likely see this on Sunday, right, if EA follow their schedule. Right, this can actually correct the market, because the market right now is actually very high, right? Especially if this pack, right, it's actually repeatable 2 or 3 times, right? I think it might correct the market a lot. Because I think based on the current market status, right, I think the market is scheduled to be going even higher after Team 2 is actually released, right? So I actually want to talk about fodder, right, in the next segment. So we actually have the 87 plus base of World Cup Hero PP released a few days ago. Now, what this did was that it made fodder explode, right? Let's take a look at 84s. 84s went from 5.5k all the way up to 6.8k, right? I was even selling my fodder at like 7k. Right, your 85s, right, they actually went from 13.5 all the way up to 17k. Right, I was selling 85s at like 19k to 19.5k. So this wasn't the only SBC responsible for making the fodder explode. Right, we also have our 82 by 20, which I actually think it's actually really decent value. So the 82 by 20 in combination with the hero PP, right, actually made your fodder explode. So I actually want to show you guys, right, some of the trading that we actually did because I knew that the fodder was gonna explode, right? So let me show you guys the transfer list. So for those in my free trading Discord group, right, we actually made lots of coins selling and buying fodder, right? We sold 85s between 17.5k to 19.5k. We actually bought them only for like 13 to 14k. So we actually also sold 84s, right, between 6 to 6.8k, right? We bought them at about 3.5k. We actually also sold 83s, right, at 1.8k. We bought them at about 800 coins. So we actually made so much coins, right? You know, I had people in the Discord group sending like 2 mil into the fodder, and they made about 1.3 to 1.4 mil profit. So you know, sometimes, right, guys, it's actually very difficult for me to make a video every time there's something good to trade with, right? So the Discord group is the easiest for me. I can just send a message inside, and you guys will know what cards to buy and at what price. So you know, so what are you guys waiting for? You know, if you guys want to make coins, make fast and easy coins, right, just join my free trading Discord group, right? Link will be down below. So to thank you guys for actually watching the video right up till the end, right? Because I know it's a slightly longer video than usual, right? Let's actually rip this 85 plus. Let's hope that we get something good, right? Let's see. Okay, nothing good, right? We take trend. So I've actually come to the end of the video, right? If you guys enjoyed the video, right, do like and subscribe. I'll actually be live on Twitch for the Future Stars Team 2 release. And you know, I hope to see you guys there. Right? Alright, take care guys.